What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be going through 3 tips to make fat loss stupid easy in 2025. Now, if you're new here, my name is Adam. I am a trainer and coach and have been in the industry helping people like you for over 10 years now. And the goal of this channel is simple. What I wanna do is truly give you real, authentic, tangible tips that you can implement to improve your health, fitness, and your nutrition without all of the social media sugarcoating that you see nowadays. And if you would be so kind, I would really appreciate you supporting this humble, small channel in its current state right now by subscribing, leaving a comment, and or liking the video. So I might make this a few part series because I could honestly think of probably hundreds of tips that would be really, really helpful. But I want to just start with a few that helped me when I lost the 40 pounds that I needed to get in good shape, and have also helped all of the coaching clients that I have worked with over the years. The first and most helpful tip, in my opinion, is to intentionally chase a daily fiber goal. So all too often we think of pursuing calories for fat loss, which we should, pursuing a protein goal, which we should, and sometimes pursuing a carbohydrate or even a fat goal. But when's the last time you've heard someone talk about hitting a daily fiber goal? Pretty rare. And I remember when I first stumbled upon this tip, it absolutely changed my life for the better. So a general rule of thumb is to aim for 14 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories consumed. So if you eat a 2,000 calorie diet, you would be chasing 28 grams of fiber per day. Now, I recommend that you do this through whole natural nutrient dense foods. No supplements. Try not to do it by getting Quest bars that have fiber added into it, just whole natural foods. And the reason I recommend that is because you are going to go out of your way to reduce processed food intake, increase your whole food intake, and it's also likely going to increase the amount of food volume that you have while keeping calories low, simply because it's going to be hard to find fiber dense foods that are also very, very calorie dense. It's going to help your digestion, obviously, and it's just going to do a complete 180 on your diet without having to think of all of the bad things that you should cut out or all of the bad things that you can't or shouldn't have. There are tons of foods that you can pursue that are high in fiber, but some of the foods that I really enjoy adding into my diet are things like chia seeds, flax seeds. I use chia seeds in overnight oats. Milled flaxseed is a great thing to add to smoothies and yogurt bowls. Apples, broccoli, pears, berries are another good source of fiber. Oats. You can just Google high fiber foods per 100 calories, and that will help you find a list of foods that are very high in fiber, yet relatively low in calories. A little bonus for you, if you want a couple of meal or snack options that can really help you increase your fiber intake, one would be overnight oats. It's very easy. All you do with that is just put milk, chia seeds, oats, and then your favorite protein powder in a mason jar, mix it all together, store it in the fridge overnight, enjoy that in the morning. You're gonna get fiber from the oats and the chia seeds, and if you add granola and berries on top in the morning, you'll get even more. But just be mindful with the granola, because if you're trying to stay in a deficit, the granola can be pretty calorie dense. And then the other one, I think I just previously mentioned this, is a protein yogurt bowl, or a progurt bowl, as people would often call it. Greek yogurt and your favorite protein powder. Just mix it together, and then you can add that milled flax seed, which is kind of like almond flour. It's not as fine as almond flour, but it's close, kind of just ground flaxseed. You can add that to your yogurt bowl to increase your fiber intake, along with some granola and some berries if you'd like. Tip number 2, unpopular, doesn't need to be, but is going to be weighing yourself every single day. The more frequently you weigh yourself and the more frequently you keep a food log, the more likely you are to not just lose weight, but keep it off in the long run. So when it comes to weighing yourself daily, weigh yourself first thing in the morning, after using the restroom, if it times out. You don't need to wait all day for that one. And then before eating and drinking. You can keep the daily weigh-ins to yourself, write them on a notepad or a dry erase marker on your mirror, whatever you want to do, keep it in your phone. And then what you're going to do at the end of the week is figure out your weekly average. So you'll take the 7 weigh-ins, or however many weigh-ins you have, the more the better, and you will calculate the average. Then what you're going to do from there is look at the trend in your average weight. Now, this is where a lot of people have some pushback and say, well, Adam, this is dumb. You shouldn't do this because weight isn't the only thing that matters. The scale will fluctuate. It will go up and down. And yes, those things are true. Weight is not the only thing that matters, and the scale will go up and down and it will fluctuate. So let's address both of those. Although weight is not the only thing that matters, when you are in a deficit and you are losing body fat, even if you are building some muscle, your rate of fat loss is going to exceed your rate of muscle gain, most likely. So what's going to happen is, even though you may be building a little bit of muscle, your weekly average weight will still trend down over time. And then yes, the scale will fluctuate on a day-to-day basis because that's normal. One day you might have more water, more carbs, less carbs, more sodium, less sodium, work out harder, sweat more, whatever. That is normal. We don't want or need the scale to go down every single day. We just want to get the dailies to calculate the average. So this is going to help help you see that daily fluctuations are totally normal and you can still be losing fat over time while the daily fluctuations are going up and down. And then what you want to see with your weekly average is, like I said, the trend going down. So after 2, 3, 4 weeks or so, you should see a downward trend in that average weight. If you don't, there are going to be a few things that are probably off. 1, your food tracking, your calorie intake. 2, your activity. You're probably moving less than you think you are, and it's super common. It's not a bad thing, just common. And then 3, maybe the calorie amount that you initially started out with from your calorie calculator or whatnot was inaccurate. And by the way, if you want to use a free calorie calculator to help you figure out how many calories you need accurately each day, I'll put the link in the description or whatever it's called here on YouTube, so you can hit that link and get that for free. And the third thing is going to be logging your food, keeping track of your food intake. Now, I get a lot of pushback on this one as well because it can be very tedious at times, and I do understand that. Going from mindlessly eating to having to consciously think about what you're eating and writing it down can be a big shift for sure. But we don't even need to go that far, like with pursuing a calorie goal, pursuing a protein goal, pursuing a carb goal and a fat goal. We don't even need to do that. Even just the act of writing down what you eat over time is going to change your behaviors and is going to change your decisions. So this is an invitation to not even change your diet intentionally, but just write down what you eat. You can use an app, MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, Lose It, MyNet Diary, or you can just write it down, put it on the notes on your phone, whatever it is. Had Chick-fil-A for lunch. This is what I had. Write it down. The act of doing that is going to help you change your decisions over time because it's going to cause you to be more mindful and conscious of what you are putting in your mouth and consuming each and every day. Like I said, I have a lot of tips that I think can really help you make fat loss stupid easy in 2025. So I will be back with a part 2, part 3, maybe even 4, 5, 6, who knows, because I really want to help you out with this. But if you have any questions or comments in the meantime, you know the drill, just leave them in the comments. And again, if you haven't already, would love your support with this small channel by subscribing, liking, and we'll see you in the next video.